A honeypot for hackers, that's what one Republican lawmaker is calling the healthcare law's data hub. It's a database that will store medical records on millions of Americans. Now, Michelle, sounds a lot like a pot of gold for hackers.
Yeah, well, we see hackers breaking into some of the most sophisticated systems right now. This system's going to have so much information, your social security number, your healthcare records, your family size, your income. And what makes this really troubling is that this system hasn't been completely built yet. They're estimating that it won't be ready until September 1st. That's 1 month before the exchanges open, meaning there's only 4 weeks for them to test this thing out and see if there are any glitches. Right. That, to me, does not sound good.
Not only that, Wayne, it points out that it actually talks about your status, your health status. That sounds like a bad idea.
Well, the whole idea is bad, Eric. I mean, when you think about it, look at the amount of fraud that we already have in Medicare, estimated being somewhere around $75 billion. That's an enormous number. This thing is ripe for fraud. Hackers will get in there. And who's going to be in charge of this, by the way? It's Take the Fifth Lois. Remember her at the IRS? She's the one who's going to be administrating this. This is an outrageous thing.
Wayne makes a very good point, Jamu. Forget the hackers. Maybe we have to worry about people inside the Obamacare. Even the navigators, we don't know where they're coming from.
Eric, if there is a problem, we should have our leaders work together to fix it in time for implementation. But instead, this is really just another effort to discredit, to undermine, and fearmonger about a health care law that in New York alone is going to decrease premiums from 1,000 to 300 in just a matter of
fearmonger, Jonathan. You're a fearmonger. Go ahead.
One thing that, to me at least, is a little scary is that your health information isn't yours anymore. I mean, with government paying the bills, they're going to decide.
It hasn't been for a long time. Look at all of the information that corporations are keeping on us. And if you are pregnant, how much more your information is worth to these corporations. It hasn't been
go ahead, John.
Private.
All right, well, you're not forced to interact with any private company. Obamacare is, of course, all about force. So to Michelle's point, as I was saying, all of your information, your health records, your medicine, your drug use, whether you're pregnant or not, your history, your income is all going to sit on a centralized government server against your will. And yes, as Michelle points out, private companies have their credit card data hacked all the time. You tell me that no one's going to be snooping at this?
Right. Hey, Michelle, they even hacked the Pentagon, for God's sake. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be able to get into this.
Exactly. And, also to the point of people in the government perhaps using this information, the IRS scandal showed us that, unfortunately, sometimes there are people in the government who will use the devices at their disposal to go after people. So I think that to me is very troubling that we're going to have these navigators that are basically going to be community organizers having all of our information right there at their fingertips.
And Wayne, I can't imagine. I got to think there are people in there. Look, Snowden's one. You may love him or hate him, but maybe someone on the inside says, look, I have this little chip with everyone who's an alcohol abuser. What's that worth?
Oh, listen, the whole thing, Eric, I mean, as I said before, to Jamu's point, Jamu says, well, private enterprise, the insurance companies have this information already. Yes, but they don't abuse it. Listen, you've got a Medicare fraud already with the government who's abusing the taxpayers to the extent of $75 billion. That's an insane number, and it's just going to get worse.
Not only do they abuse it, they sell it. But, okay, we started the first segment talking about solutions. What is your solution? If the solution is what Republicans are saying, where they want to shut down the government if Obamacare isn't defunded, that's not a solution.
Hold in there, Jamu. Then how do you explain the stat that 53% of Americans still want to repeal the law? Look at it right there.
20% of those, Eric, think that the law didn't go far enough. So those numbers are a little off.
Do you think so, Jonathan?
Well,
you think that 53%?
We could be Detroit here.
John, go, John.
Well, Jamu asked for a solution, and the solution is obvious. It's to go back to what existed in this country before the enactment of this entire medical entitlement state. I mean, there's a reason it's not in the Constitution, is that individuals should have a right to their own health care, to provide for it, not to take care of their neighbor, be obligated to take care of their neighbor. So if we actually had a private health care system in this country, it would thrive. It would be lower cost, higher quality. We haven't had it for 50 years, and we're going in very much the opposite direction.
We're going to